Hey guys, David from Sunday Sounds here. This is a full walkthrough video of the brand new version of Sunday Keys that we recently released. This is a huge update to the Sunday Keys template for both MainStage and Ableton Live users, and we are super excited about it. We've gotten a ton of positive feedback so far, and we wanted to do a full walkthrough video of everything that's new in the template, all the updated features. We're going to go over the new sounds. We've rebuilt the Tonic Pad Player, we've added easy transpose, and we're going to do this in the MainStage and the Ableton Live formats. We're really, really excited about it. So we're looking at MainStage right now, but a little bit of a gotcha. That's actually the Ableton Live version of the Sunday Keys template that you're hearing. I'm going to go back and forth between these two formats throughout this entire video. And the reason that I want to do that is because we've worked really hard to unify the quality of the outcomes and experience for the MainStage and Ableton Live formats. The biggest focus and reason for that is because now everybody who chooses to purchase and subscribe to the Sunday Keys template is actually able to download both the MainStage and the Ableton Live formats. That's right, if you subscribe to Sunday Keys to this new version, then you have access to both the MainStage and Ableton Live formats of Sunday Keys. So we're going to highlight both of them in this walkthrough video. So here's the same patch that you just heard in Ableton Live, but now the MainStage format. So all the new individual sounds I'm going to be showing you today and the new Tonic Pad Player and the Easy Transpose feature are available in both formats. I'm going to talk about the new Tonic Pad Player and show you that pretty soon here, and we'll talk about the new Easy Transpose feature as well. But I want to start off by, like we always try to do, talking about the sounds, because we know that that's the most important thing. It needs to be easy to use, but it also needs to sound super awesome. So there was a huge emphasis from our team during the sound design process that went into this update of Sunday Keys to bring amazing new sounds to the mix for you to enjoy. And we've updated pretty much every sound that was already in the library, fine-tuning, refining, dialing in these instruments so that they blend together even more seamlessly and work totally cohesively with all the new sounds as well. So let's start off with a couple of layered patches. Now I'm going to use mostly the MainStage version for these demos, but there's a parallel for everything that I'm showing you in the Ableton Live format as well. So we're going to start off with that patch that I just played, Grand Beyond Measure. This patch is showing off the brand new SK Grand, which is an awesome grand piano, a C7 grand piano that sounds absolutely beautiful. Here it is on its own. Absolutely a gorgeous piano, the best sounding grand piano we've ever had in Sunday Keys, the SK Grand. It comes with several different voicings or variants of the Grand as well. Hall voicing, studio, room, a very compressed version, a crushed version, and an ambient version as well. So you've got this great grand piano and then lots of different applications of effects around it so you can find the perfect voice for the patches that you need. Let me show you this next patch. It also features the new grand piano, but the room variant of that sound. I'm going to bring in this new B3 organ. And this new simple worship art. So I already talked about the SK Grand. This is the room variant. Highlight this so you can hear how that sounds. Nice little amount of room reverb in there. And then it's also using this new breathy choir pad, one of my favorite new pad sounds. Really cool sort of retro styled vocal pad. This B3 organ is brand new. Gritty and ambient at the same time. Really cool as those drawbars open up. And then the simple worship harp is also new. Really cool chord art. Now we've added dozens and dozens of new individual sounds to this update of Sunday Keys, bringing the overall individual sound count of the template to over 250. And pretty much all of those individual sounds are available in both the MainStage format and in the Ableton Live format. So we can go over to the browser here in the Ableton Live format and we can see the full browser structure where we can access all of the sounds that make Sunday Keys what it is. And that browser, of course, exists in the MainStage format as well. We call that browser Patch Builder and allows you to very quickly identify specific types of sounds that you may be looking for, load them into the template, and then be able to very quickly design patches with them. Okay, let's move on to this next layered patch. It's called Any More Lush EPs. Maybe one of my favorite patches in the whole template. I'll bring in this fourth layer, this JX brassy pad. It's all new. And we've got a new gritty variant of the Noisy Rhodes, which is a sampled Rhodes from the Rhodes that's actually in my studio. And then an awesome DX7 sampled electric piano, the EP1 preset from the classic DX7. Let me talk to you a little bit more about this Noisy Rhodes and some of the other EP sounds. We have added a whole new bank of electric piano sounds to this new version of Sunday Keys. So we have a bunch of different flavors of Rhodes available. Show you this Mach 1 Rhodes, one of the coolest ones, super lush. But there's a lot of different flavors available. We have several different voicings of the Noisy Rhodes specifically. Check out the spacey one, really, really cool ambient EP sound. A few more Rhodes in here, and then we've got 3 different whirly options available as well. This one's got a little bit of grit on it. And then lastly, the 240. All the sounds you just heard are also available in the Ableton Live format. Got the exact same categories and recreations of those sounds available in both formats. So if you're loving the sounds and you're an Ableton Live user, all this stuff is available to you. There's minor differences between the two because they are different softwares. The audio effects, the audio engine slightly different, but the core sounds and the core outcomes are really faithfully replicated in both softwares, which is something that I just find really, really cool about this version, this new version of Sunday Keys. This Any More Lush EPs patch also features this digital ePiano, the DX ePiano 1, classic digital FM EP sound. And And there's several new digital pianos in this version of Sunday Keys. I just showed you the ePiano 1. We've got the FM Rhodes. Way more bite here. With that classic sort of plastic FM sound for sure. And then we have 4 new pianos, well, 2 pianos and 2 EPs from the classic MKS20 rack module. And these are some of the absolute coolest additions to the Sunday Keys library. Instantly recognizable, retro and super modern sounding at the same time. ePiano 1. Here's ePiano 2. I'll play the gospel variant here. It's a little bit more dry. And that lush chorus that really defines the sound. And then we also have the Piano 1 and Piano 2 from the MKS20. Piano 2. So a bunch of really cool vintage sounds finding their way into this new version of Sunday Keys that are all really, really awesome. Let's take a break from talking about layered patches. I want to show you the brand new Tonic Pad Player. In both the MainStage format and the Ableton Live format, we pretty much started from scratch and redesigned the entire Tonic Pad experience, designed how it works. There are now 12 user-selectable pad presets. I'm scrolling through them now in the MainStage version so you can see we've got tons of options. We've rewritten the engine and the script behind the Tonic Pad Player to make it way smoother than it's ever been. The sound quality is vastly improved. Key changes, preset changes, on, off, all have adjustable fade time, and the sound and usability of the Tonic Pad has just been taken to a new level. So let me turn this on for you here. This is preset 1, sort of the most commonly used kind of Tonic Pad sound. It's a nice warm pad. So there's a nice subtle motion in the chord voicings, but they're kind of chill, just kind of staying there. If I change to the bright preset, listen how smooth this crossfade is. I can open up the filter, hear a little bit more of that brightness, add some shimmer in if I'd like. And let's set the fade time to about 6 seconds. Change keys. See how smooth that is? Play over the top of it a little bit. When we turn it off, fades out super smoothly as well. Over in Ableton Live, Tonic Pad operates very similarly and has all of the same samples behind the scenes. Key changes are just as smooth. You have adjustable fade time, filter, shimmer, and the exact same presets available to you. While we're over here, let me show you one of my favorites. It's number 7, Strings. Check out how this one sounds. And fades out totally smooth as well. So this is a huge upgrade to the way that Tonic works and the way that it can glue together the sound of your band, and really excited to have these changes and improvements available in both Ableton Live and MainStage formats. So I was using this patch a second ago while we demoed Tonic. Let me break this one down for you. It's called Felt Piano and Lush Strings. By the way, all the patches that I'm showing you today in this patch list also are available in the Ableton Live format. The Ableton Live version has 40 total patches ready to go and loaded into the set. and then you can create as many more layered patches on your own as you would like. The MainStage version starts with 20 open in the set, but we have those same 40 starter patches available from the Patch Builder browser. But because of the way MainStage works and making it easier to import and export patches, there's a much larger additional library of layered patches available in the MainStage format. There's actually over 300 total layered patches in the MainStage format of Sunday Keys. Now we've added 103 new layered patches in this update to Sunday Keys. We'll get to some of those later in this video, but for now we're going to stick to topics that are completely relevant for both Ableton Live and MainStage users. And all the patches I'm showing you right now exist in both formats. So we've got a brand new SK felt piano, sort of at the center of this patch. It's an awesome, delicate, super mechanical, noise-heavy felt piano sound. Very delicate, not this big anthem driving piano, a very subtle sort of piano experience. Super awesome for more down-tempo stuff. And it pairs really well with this new string sound called Wispy Violin. It's actually several different voices of the Wispy Violin. It's one big sampling session. This is called Slow Waves. Just listen to how it evolves over time as we hold these notes out. Bring in one of the Sunday string sounds. And lastly, this silky velo string, which is a string pad. And then we also have this new wispy violin. There's several voices available of that sound. Let me show you. They were all captured in one session. I'll show you the 3 options that we've added in this update to Sunday Keys. Go in Patch Builder to Strings, and you already heard Slow Waves, so let me show you the other 2 that are available. These are not static sort of string sounds. These are more film score, cinematic, motion string sounds where there's lots of movement in this sense of motion, for lack of a better word. This one's called Wispy Violin Harmonics. For this one, the player played false harmonics right up at the bridge on the violin. It's this really sort of airy sound, sort of almost scrapey, but in a musical way, because you're hearing all of this texture as the bow moves across the strings. So love how the new wispy violin sounds turned out. I think you're going to love them. They blend really well with pianos and pads to just add some extra motion. And clearly they're also plenty cool enough to stand out on their own or with just 1 or 2 other instruments and really make an impact. Okay, let's move on to another layered patch. This one features another new grand piano, completely separate from the SK Grand. We've added another custom grand piano to Sunday Keys called the Church Grand. Let me let you hear what the Church Grand sounds like just on its own. Really beautiful high end on this piano. And a lot of body in the sustain. A little bit more of a round sound than the SK Grand, I think. They complement each other really, really nicely. That's mixed in with a new pad sound called the Juno Saw Pad. Check out this. awesome new pad. Speaking of that, let me show you a couple of the new pad sounds we've added. You just heard the Juno saw pad. There's several different voices, all featuring samples from a Juno 106. We've got several other vintage synthesizers that we've worked with to bring some great new pads into the mix. This one's called Fat Planet Pad. Let me show you this one called JX Trackpad. This is a warm voicing. Really classic warm pad sound. One of the more lush pad sounds we have now. It's never going to get in the way of anything else that's played over the top of it, but it's just adding that nice warmth and that glue. And this one's something completely different. This is a Found Sound sampled pad. We added this mid-year through the last edition of Sunday Keys. It's been updated for this new version. Really cool, sort of hollow, airy pad. All right, let's dive into another layered patch. This one's called Keep On Playing. This one's using the new Piano 2 SK20 from the MKS20 in section 1 here, but it has a new upright piano in section 2 called the SK Upright. Here's what that sounds like on its own. I love this new upright piano as you play at higher velocities. It's got a little bit of hammer strike going on that's really awesome and bites in the mix. Just on the edge of like a honky-tonk piano, which is really awesome. But as you play at lower dynamic levels, lower velocities, it mellows out really nicely. Let's talk about a couple of the other custom pianos that are in Sunday Keys. I already showed you the SK Grand, the Church Grand, we talked about a little bit, and we just talked about the SK Upright, the SK Felt piano. There's a couple more additional ones that have been revoiced. This is the Ballad Upright. A little bit more of an open upright piano sound than the SK Upright. Two different flavors. It's great to have those choices, both completely distinct sample sets from each other, and you get both of those options in Sunday Keys. Here's the Family Piano. This is actually sampled from the piano that I grew up playing at my mom's house, the one she taught me how to play piano on. This comp version's super compressed, squashed way down. Check out this lo-fi version, it's awesome. This mellow sort of tape thing. Warbly piano sound, which is really, really cool. And then we've got a third grand piano option for you called the Model B Grand. This is the most brilliant sort of presence, bitey treble grand of the three. you've got a lot of bases covered for your grand pianos. You've got a classic C7, you've got a Model B here, and the Church Grand is a totally different style of grand piano than either of those. So there's a huge amount of diversity now available in the piano library that comes in Sunday Keys. And we're really, really excited about it. And all that I just described is available in the Ableton Live version as well. You've got all those same voices, all of those same instruments in both formats. Let's dive down here to another patch called Instant Inspiration. I'll show you how this one sounds. So I'm playing with both hands now, but check out what happens if I let go with my right hand and just hold down this single note in my left hand. So what's happening here is the sequence in section 4 here, called Brighten Down Sequence, is actually triggering a full sequence based on my single bass note presses. We'll talk about sequences a little bit more in a second, but first I have to explain how Sunday Keys knows what key you're playing in. You do this through Easy Transpose. We've had the Easy Transpose feature in our song-specific patches for several years now. We've gotten so many requests to add that feature to Sunday Keys overall. Really excited to say that that's now the case in Sunday Keys in both the MainStage and in the Ableton Live formats. So here's how Easy Transpose works. You have a play-in option and a hear-in option. So if I play right now anything in the key of C, I'm going to hear it in the key of C. But if I change hear-in to D and play a C, the exact same note, I'm going to hear a D and go all the way up to B and anywhere in between. Now let's do it the other way around. Let's say that I actually was more comfortable. I learned the song in the key of E. At the last minute, it got transposed down by the band, and I didn't have time to learn it in the new key, or maybe I didn't even have a chord chart. I could actually play it in E, but still hear that audio output in C. Now I'm back in C. It still sounds like it's in C. Or maybe I want to play the song in E, and I want to hear it in E as well. Well, that's simple. You just set them both to E. So that's really awesome. Easy Transpose is available across all the sounds in Sunday Keys. In the MainStage version, your sequences and your chord triggers are automatically going to pick up on what the hear-in key is set to and make sure that they match. In the Ableton Live format, it works just slightly differently. You have the same play-in and hear-in controls, and then if you ever need to designate the key of a sequence or a chord trigger, you're just going to also make sure that you lock in that key here via this easy chord macro. Otherwise, the process is exactly the same, and the outcomes or the sound quality that results from it is going to be identical for you. So let me show you a few more of the sequences that are available in this new version of Sunday Keys, because we've added some and we've refined all of the sequences to be more dialed in than ever before. Here's a new one called Another Fiery Sequence. And of course, I can make this sound in any key just by adjusting hear-in. And I can also play it in any key. If I want to play it in the same key as here, I just set them to the same key. Here's another new sequence. This is maybe one of my favorites right here. You know what? I actually love that one so much. Let's add another one to section 2 here. This one's called Champ Sequence. Super cool, sort of frantic sound. So let's, we got these two sequences. Let's add one more sound. I'm going to bring in a pad sound. We're going to put that in section 3. I've got this new pad in mind. It's called the Super JX Yes Brassy. Quite a name. I'm going to combine all three of these sounds together using Patch Builder, make one layered patch. Check out how this sounds. So with the way Easy Transpose is integrated and the tempo is followed, all of this is seamlessly integrated. I don't have to worry about setting all of that stuff up. It's automatically going to follow and go where I tell it to. So you're able to build these really cool layered patches. The sequences and chord triggers and all that stuff leave your right hand free to play piano parts or to play specific chord voicings, and you're still adding these textures. So instead of putting those background elements in the track, maybe sometimes you can actually play them live, which is something we love to see. Let me show you a few more of the new sequences in Sunday Keys. Really love this one. Check this out. Some of these sequences are going to just play the same phrase no matter what notes you press, as long as you're in this range at the bottom where you can see the orange layer here matching in the key that you're playing in. And some of these layers are designed to be simple like that because it gives you the flexibility to use them as just a simple texture element. It's a really similar concept to what you see in our song-specific patches, where a lot of the extra energy actually comes from the stuff happening in the background. And that's really much easier to program in this new version of Sunday Keys than it's ever been before. So I'm going to take this plucky guitar sequence and combine it with the altar call pad and the simple worship art. We're going to make another layered patch here really quick. And let's just see how this sounds. I can bring down these levels, mix it up a little bit. And then let's do this in a different key. I'm going to bring the key up to F, just because. Bring up the reverb and the delay a little bit. So I'm really just one killer piano sound away from a great layered patch that I could use to cover practically any worship song. If I was missing a guitarist on that week or something, I could definitely add a little bit of that energy using this sequence. So the library of sounds in Sunday Keys and the layered patches specifically cover tons more ground than ever before. There's a ton of diversity to the ready-to-play layered patches. Got everything from super dry sounds that you can do comp playing to these awesome string sounds that have a bunch of sustain, really long tail, and all sorts of other textures too. One big improvement we've made to the sound library overall is to make sure that all of the instruments are super playable across a broad range of playing styles. For many sounds, that's meant dialing in the amount of ambience, reverb, delay, the wet effects, so that they're ambient and large when you need them to be, but they also don't last so long that things muddy up if you play faster phrases, especially for more rhythmic playing. And in our experience and sort of opinion, this results in a much more connected feeling, and you'll feel like you're more in control of these patches, and they're way less likely to run away from you if you play more extended passages with lots of notes. And of course, we've got lots of killer synth-based patches to do all sorts of cool electronic and auxiliary keys things like this. Show you one more layered patch real quick. All sorts of new types of sounds making their way into Sunday Keys in this version, and it's a ton of fun to explore these new textures and entirely new types of sounds. And so far, I've just been showing you the top 20 starter patches. And just to remind you, the Ableton Live version actually has 40 different starter patches to choose from, and the full library of individual sounds, over 250 individual sounds, so you can create near limitless layered patches of your own. The MainStage version also makes these 40 starter patches available to you. You can access the other 20 by going to Layered Worship Patches and choosing Starter. And you can see these 40 layered patches here, and there's some really cool ones in here. Voice and Upright Stack is one of my favorites. Uses the upright, uses the SK20E Piano 1, another new vocal pad called Pure Voices, and then up in the right hand, custom sampled SK Glockenspiel. Now, with that many patches to choose from in Ableton Live and MainStage, you're going to be covered for a long time. And of course, you can build your own layered patches using the over 250 individual sounds. Now, like I mentioned earlier, the MainStage version actually includes over 300 total layered patches now. The Ableton Live version has 40. The MainStage version has over 300. We added 103 new layered worship patches to the MainStage format with this update to Sunday Keys. We're going to spend some time focusing on the MainStage format now because I want to show you how you can actually browse all 300 plus of these layered worship patches, because we didn't want to just give you 300 layered patches and have you sift through them in alphabetical order. It needs to be easy and quick for you to find relevant stuff for what you're trying to do. So we're already inside a patch builder down here at the bottom of the screen. If you'd like to view all 300 plus layered patches, you can do so here. It's fun if you're getting started and just wanting to see what's possible, but maybe you're looking for something specific. Maybe you need something with a piano lead instrument. So you can go to this category of patch builder and only find patches that have a piano lead instrument at their core. There's still a lot of diversity to these categories, but if you know what instrument is most important to a song or something that you're trying to play, then these categories can get you there nice and quick. And we've got categories for all sorts of different lead instruments, even for brass. Now, you can also sort by genre. We've got tons of patches for CCM worship, a whole category of patches that we think make a lot of sense for gospel music, which is a ton of fun. There's some really amazing patches featuring organs, vintage EP sounds, upright piano, grand piano sounds, some really cool sort of gospel-oriented string pads, flute pads, and things like that. Whole category devoted to pop, EDM, and synth-forward music, film score ambient, retro sounds. There's some really, really cool ones in here. Let me see if I can find one to show you. Let's try this one called 80s Darling. This is a really fun one. That bass is just super fun. And then lastly, maybe my favorite category here is the just for fun genre. There's all sorts of puns in these names or references to things that you can try and figure out. Or this one for when the entire band calls out and it's just you on stage. We've also got all sorts of other puns and references to pop culture in these patch names. It's up to you to try and figure out what we might be talking about. And then last one, this is called Landemorian. Lots of fun to be had inside the Just for Fun category. You can sort by patch style. If you need to fill a specific amount of space, maybe you need to cover a bunch of different songs with one patch, or you need to underscore, you're going to find options within these categories. We've got a whole category that leaves some space in the mix, a whole category when you want to just spice something up and try something you maybe wouldn't have otherwise. All of these patches are unique, quirky. They do something that's maybe not stereotypical to worship music. And then a whole category of sounds that don't require a tempo reference. They don't have ARPs or sequences or anything like that. If you're not playing to a click, all of the sounds inside of this category, these layered patches, are going to make sense for you and they're going to work really, really well. And then lastly, we've got a folder with all of the new layered patches. Like I said, there's 103 new layered patches in the MainStage format of Sunday Keys for you to check out, and you can browse all of them within this folder. So there's tons of content in the Ableton Live and the MainStage formats. The Tonic Pad Player is all new. We've added easy transpose. We've added a huge amount of new individual instruments and created all new layered patches for you. But that's just the start with this new version of Sunday Keys. Everyone who subscribes will get updates, including new sounds for you to enjoy every month starting in December of 2021. So if you subscribe to Sunday Keys, you're immediately going to get everything I just showed you. All of these sounds, the new workspace, the new Tonic Pad, easy transpose, and starting in December, we're going to be sending new sounds your way and to all subscribers every single month at the beginning of each month. So rather than having to purchase a bunch of expansion packs to freshen things up, Sunday Keys users are automatically going to see the template get more powerful, hopefully more inspirational, and able to cover all new territory every single month. And all you have to do is stay subscribed to be able to get access to those updates. If you already own a previous version of Sunday Keys, if you own Sunday Keys 2021 and you're interested in upgrading to this new version of the Sunday Keys template, check your email because you should have received info on upgrading there. You may have a discount available to you for the next couple weeks only from the date that this video was posted. So that's a big top-down overview of the new version of the Sunday Keys template. Guys, if you have any questions, stuff that we didn't have time to cover in this walkthrough video, let us know in the comments. If you're ready to check out and learn more about the Sunday Keys template, we'll put a link in the description. Again, you get both the Ableton Live and the MainStage formats. You get the all-new and expanded sound library, new layered patches, the Tonic Pad Player, easy transpose, and new updated sounds coming every month starting from December of 2021. This is the best Sunday Keys version yet. Obviously, we're going to say that about it, but I truly am excited about the results that we've been able to get just in doing our own internal sound design, building out these layered patches. And we're confident that you're going to be able to achieve sounds you've never achieved before. The new workflows are going to save you time. Easy transpose is going to make your life simpler. The Tonic Pad Player will glue together the sound of your band more effectively than it ever has before. And I especially think you're going to love all of these new custom sounds, the custom pianos, EPs, the MKS20 and DX7 piano sounds and EP sounds, the new string sounds, the new guitar sounds and sequences. We put so much effort into this new version of Sunday Keys. I think you're really going to notice the difference if you're an existing Sunday Keys user. If you've never tried Sunday Keys before, now is a great time to try because it's never been simpler and it's never sounded better. So that's it. If you're ready to learn more about Sunday Keys or you'd like to upgrade, click the link in the description, head over to the website, check out Sunday Keys today. Thanks for watching this video. We'll see you in the next one.